Washington, impeachment articles against President Trump are no longer in the hands of the House of Representatives. They were delivered to the Senate floor less than 24 hours ago.
All right, so what happens next? Florias is standing by with that rundown.
And important that you mentioned that they were just handed over less than 24 hours ago, because once the articles of impeachment are delivered to the Senate floor, then the Senate Majority Leader in this term, Mitch McConnell, has 24 hours to receive them. And that is the next step. So happening today at 11 o'clock our time, the Senate will receive the impeachment articles. Then we will see the House managers, the 7 managers nominated by Nancy Pelosi and approved by the House yesterday. They will read these articles aloud on the Senate floor. Then at 1 o'clock this afternoon, again our time, that's where we'll see the swearing in of Chief Justice John Roberts. Now, he is the Supreme Court Chief Justice. He will be the judge presiding over this case. He's basically the ones who is going to make sure that the rules that are established are actually followed here. Then once he is sworn in, he will swear in the full Senate. That's all 100 senators. They will be sworn in as a collective, promising that they will be impartial and that they will listen to the evidence in making their decision, and they will swear their oath to follow the Constitution. Then after that, they'll swear in again by the signing of something that's called the oath book. That's where they'll walk up one by one, signing their name, promising to do as the Constitution has asked. Then we jump ahead to Tuesday. This is after the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, again our time, that's when the arguments will begin. There'll be 48 hours for each team. First, you'll have the impeachment managers from the House of Representatives. They'll have 48 hours to present their opening arguments. And then you'll have the defense team of the president having an equal 48 hours. Important to note, they don't have to take 48 hours, but that's going to be the limit on their time. Who's going to make sure they don't go over that limit? Chief Justice John Roberts there. Coming up ahead in what happens beyond Tuesday, when we start to see that, when we start to see the questions by the senators, they'll have 16 hours. Important to note, though, they have to submit their questions in writing. There is no talking by the senators. They can't have their phones with them, and they can't read any materials that are outside of what's happening in the Senate trial. Now, the trial begins on Tuesday. Coming up around the bend on February 3rd, we have the Iowa caucuses. That's also your deadline to register for the primaries here in Texas. The day after, February 4th, that's when the president gives his State of the Union address in the midst of an impeachment trial. Then on the 11th, that's when we start seeing more votes cast. That's in New Hampshire for the primary there. And then on March the 3rd is Super Tuesday. That's when we see the collective, the majority, a large number of states, including Texas, doing their primary votes as well. So this is a layout of how we move from impeachment and into the election while both are happening at the same time. Back to you.
Okay, it's going to be a political year.
Yes,
I think we can go ahead.